My name is Marika. Today on our special morning program, we are going to be talking about medication safety in the Canadian market. Right now, we have Leona, the former Minister of Health, on the phone. Leona, what is the government's take on drug safety?
Our government is committed to protect the health and safety of all Canadians. However, side effects are underreported, in part because of a flawed drug safety law that does not require Canadian medical professionals to report serious adverse drug reactions. Even though reporting adverse drug reaction is not mandatory, Health Canada is now placing notices in 22 journals so that health professionals can learn about the importance and process of these reports. Also, Accreditation Canada was recently commissioned to develop a new standard on reporting of side effects.
Leona? Oh, it looks like we lost our connection with her. That's okay. Health Canada is responsible for investigating medical cases where prescription drugs are suspected to cause serious side effects. In the news this morning, 2 separate cases of suicide suggest that Health Canada is brushing off reports of these serious side effects. We now go to our journalist, Maria. Oh, good morning, Maria. Please tell us what you have found out.
Good morning. Brandon McCarthy, an 18-year-old boy from Bolton, hanged himself from a tree 4 days after taking an antidepressant called Simplex. Based on my conversation with his mom, she revealed that her son, Brandon, was provided with a sample package of Simplex. He took 1 tablet a day from November 5th to the 8th. He then committed suicide on November 8th and was found 24 hours later. The most shocking part is, according to his mother, Brandon had no history of mental health issue. He went to the doctor for a chest cold and came home with Simplex. After her son's death, the mother sent an aside report effect to Health Canada, but was shocked when she did not hear back from anyone. She said, "I thought an alarm bell would have going off given that I mentioned someone died, but there is absolutely no acknowledgement of anybody had read this, let alone investigated." Brandon has not been the only victim of the serious side effect of prescription drugs. Bob Sheridan, a 49-year-old man from York Region, killed himself on December 29, 2010 after taking Simplex, a smoking cessation drug. I have Lindsay O'Neill, Bob's sister, here with me today. Thank you for joining us today. Can you tell me about your brother?
Sure. My brother was not someone that was depressed prior to take Champix, but after taking the medication for 3 weeks, he committed suicide. I sent in a report to Health Canada and received a notice that they had assigned a 9-digit number to my brother's case. Health Canada just thanked me for my report and provided me with a blank adverse drug reaction form. I was pretty disgusted, They are not even enough on the board to have the correct initials for my brother. I responded by writing them a 5-page letter describing what kind of person my brother was and how much he changed in the week leading to his death.
Did you get any response from Health Canada after that?
Well, they apologized for the typos and ensured that they recognize the severity of the case, but it will be handled internally. What kind of response is that? They didn't even investigate the case.
Can you read me the Health Canada response from the letter?
Sure. It says they recognize the severity of your case report, and that was handled as such internally. The fact that you have not been contacted doesn't testify the priority assigned to your case. You know what? In reality, they are just stalling. No one from Health Canada has contacted me after. I was thinking like a suicide, such a controversial case. Just to raise some awareness or something like that. I was amazed like how the case is handled by Health Canada. They assigned a number to it, and that was it. Nobody ever called me back. Nobody ever phoned me back. They just made a file and put it away somewhere. And that was the end of it.
Well, Maria, thank you very much for the coverage. We have collected statements from Dr. Chris Turner, a director of the Marketed Health Products Directorate, in which he stated, Health Canada has highly trained specialists who use Canadian adverse reaction data, as well as other sources of information, to systematically monitor, analyze, and act on safety issues. Sources of data include post-market studies, company data, published data, international safety data, and collaboration with international counterparts. Meanwhile, Pfizer, who manufactured Champix, was not able to comment on Bob's death, but a spokeswoman said that the company does believe that any death is a tragic situation for families and loved ones who are personally impacted. Pfizer believes that there is no reliable evidence to demonstrate that Champix had a role in Bob's suicide. After hearing these tragic stories and statements from pharmaceutical companies, one wonders what is going wrong. Let's look at some statistics. So nearly 73% of the 160,000 side effect reports filed to Health Canada were done so by healthcare professionals, and the rest were filed by members of the public. As well, there is no evidence that Health Canada is doing any formal investigation after receiving these adverse reaction reports. Right now, we have Dr. Handelman with us in the studio. Dr. Handelman, what is your opinion on this situation?
All of the information that the industry submits, including clinical trial data on safety and efficacy, is kept confidential and can only be released with the permission of the company, even if someone has an access to information request. Unfortunately, once the drug is on the market, Health Canada is not under any legal obligation to follow up on adverse drug reports received from health professionals and the public. Although we have reported adverse effects, there just hasn't been any feedback from Health Canada.
So basically what you're saying is that both patients and health professionals do not have access to information they need about drug safety in order to make informed choices. Is it not right to assume that new medications are expected to be more effective compared to the older ones?
There are a few reasons why prescribing older medication isn't always feasible. New medications are not necessarily better since they do have drawbacks. For example, new medications have not been on the market for very long, so we do not know all the side effects.
I think we all start asking the question, what is the price for our health?
The current system that is used in North America is to put drugs on the market following a innocent until proven guilty approach. It would be more in the interest of the public to adopt an approach that focuses on the marketing of drugs that are proven to be safe. It's time for government action.
Unfortunately, folks, we're running out of time today. I appreciate everybody who took part in our special program today. And dear viewers, thank you for watching us. See you next time. Have a good day.